Productions.
You know the earth flat? The earth is flat. The earth is flat.
The earth is flat.
Oh,
Running through the cities in the last of days. Gotta face the truth, this is a masquerade. Waking up the public, time to liberate. Know you're doing great when they start to hate.
Stockholm Syndrome got me fighting with the slaves. But how they about to face the truth when they can't show their face? Now the system don't control me, yeah, the beast is getting slayed. Austin got the pout, they look sour, oh behave. But I'm about my father business, witness, he gon' get this praise. I ignore you cause of Torah, only thing that I obey. I ain't with the social distancing, but I'ma need my space. They be boring me with quarantine, so stay up in your place.
This is the masquerade. Waking up the public, time to liberate. Know you're doing great when they start to hate. In a world, yeah.
I'm sorry we didn't go to the moon, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't lie to you, bro. I'm sorry. I think it'd be cool if we went to the moon too, dude. It was a cool story. I'm sorry you got triggered. In a world, we're going to talk about the hills. The hills have eyes. Quite a bit of gravy. What's up, everybody? I think most of you guys have heard that song, but that's a new little intro we did just for the intro. Shout out Awesome Austin. What's up, brother? Jeremy, question answered. Trev, what's up? Earth first, space later. How's it going? What up, Carla? YouTube. The eyes have hills. What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming and kicking it. Cedar Rabbit. Shane from Kentucky. John. Another John. Alright. What's up, everybody? So, what up, Sue? The legendary Sue. Hola, Nikki. So anyway, great song, thank you, man. All right, so as you can see, if you keep up with the channel, I haven't been putting a lot of stuff out lately, but just a whole lot going on, getting it all situated, and then we are going to ramp back up. So I'll give you guys an update on what's going on, everything at the end of the stream, and we're gonna cover the topic of tonight's stream. So the hills have eyes. Everyone's heard that before. I am, of course, in LA. So Hollywood, being the enemy's playground, is right here. And I figured it fitting to do this stream. So it's going to be interesting. Disclaimer from the front here. Not a baby stream, kind of a big boy stream. So save the spiraling. It is what it is. And we're going to cover some things that people basically know, and I'm going to give you my opinion on kind of the secret of the in crowd that I think is kind of right in front of everyone, but most people don't normally have that take. So I tried to put together a little slideshow. Hopefully this works. Let's get started. So Hills has eyes. Of course, the eye with the sun rays coming off of it. Oh, didn't work. We'll get it to work. Nice beard trim. Oh man, you like how my beard looks? Thank you, man. Okay, so we're coming over here. First time I've ever tried to do a slideshow, you know. They entered in 1984, 1776. Allegedly. All right, let's try it again. Oh my gosh. Oh, I get it. It was at the end. All right, we're good. Bear with me, man. I'm a StreamYard boomer. All right, play. All right, we got it now. So yeah, I put this together real fast, but it's pretty interesting. And as I said, most people that aren't super new to the truth are going to know a lot of this basic stuff about what goes on in Hollywood, but I'm going to cover it anyway. And I do know we have new people come to this channel. So anyway, here we go. The Hills Have Eyes, infamous Hollywood sign. Of course, you can start it off by explaining that Hollywood is a certain type of wood. Tracks back to witchcraft and black magic, and it's what typically their wands would be made out of. Not to get too derogatory or perverse here, but it's for certain sexual acts, and that is literally what this place is named after. Witchcraft tracks all the way back to the Greeks and further on. But anyway, so we're gonna watch this little video. For educational purposes, don't make this weird. All right, here we go.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. Lisa came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. I'm spaced out, dog.
What are you cheering for? Skip it a little bit. You heard him. Yeah, I sold my soul to the devil. Sounds like a crappy deal, but at least it comes with a few toys like a Happy Meal. And everyone claps and cheers. There are the people that exist, believe it or not, that will pretend that all of this is them trolling us or not serious or whatever. It makes you more comfortable. This is called Truth in Plain Sight. And you don't just pop up on these stages by coincidence.
Oh, look at all of us. What a bunch of lucky buggers we are, right? To make a life out of doing something that we love, right? That's extraordinary. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of that for so many years. Thank you to my beautiful wife, who told me less is more. Say less right now. She knows the dumb crap that can come out of my mouth at times. Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role.
What? It's so hilarious.
Just think that the whole idea of celebrity and fame has become really convoluted and, kind of bastardized. Like, whereas fame used to be the byproduct of success, and now it's the ultimate goal. And if your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there. Like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil. Like you're gonna.
Yep. They're all just saying this is just a coincidence. Here's Bob Dylan's psychopathic self.
And it's not worth it at the end of the day. It's really not.
Still out here doing these songs, you're still on tour.
I do, but I don't take it for granted.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I made a bargain with it, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my hand.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
Pretty straightforward there.
Rihanna is in the building.
Hey, Angie.
I cannot believe it's been so long that we have done this.
I am misunderstood a lot at times. My music, my image, people have their whole thing about me, whether it be me being a devil worshiper or whatever. Besides them reading into my hand over my eye on my album cover.
Why is your hand over your eye?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about?
Oh, just sarcasm. Sarcasm.
Yeah, I released a gospel record when I was 15 because I grew up in a household where all I ever did was listen to gospel music, and my parents are both traveling ministers, and so that was kind of like my first in to my first introduction to music. That's all I ever knew. That was my life, my faith, my church friends and things like that. So that's how I got introduced to the music industry, is through gospel music. And then it didn't work out. Like it was quite a little blip on the radar. I think the label went bankrupt or what have you. And because I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out. And so I sold my soul to the devil.
All right. So moving on. And as you saw the little Eye of Horus there. Shout out to Rakia Life. Don't make this weird, bro. Just take it. LOL. God is light. The truth will set you free. Preach. Thank you very much, Rakia Life. You're a legend. I saw where you were when I watched the playback. I saw you matching everyone, bro. Thank you very much. I'll try not to make this weird, but I do appreciate it. So, all right, here's some quotes we're going to go through of famous people. Some of them were in the video. Most of them were not. So here we go. I sold my soul to the devil. I'll never get it back. That's Eminem. Here's Lil Wayne. Sold my soul to the devil. Made a profit. Brad Pitt. I could really try something on something different for myself. That was Satanism. It's working out really well. I made a pact. That's why. David Bowie. Rock has always been the devil's music. You can't convince me that it isn't. Someday in the near future, we'll see how the so-called ministers of God react as they see their worn-out ways and the whole old stage start crumbling. They'll get theirs. I can't wait till this new age comes. Elvis Presley, of course. David Spangler is notoriously quoted as saying, "No one will enter the new age without taking the Luciferian initiation and oath." That is what he's talking about. Carlos Santana, the energy of devils and angels is the same energy. It's how you use it. It's fuel. You meditate and you got the candles, you got the incense, and you've been chanting, and all of a sudden you hear this voice. Write this down. This is very real. Very real, guys. Katy Perry, we just saw her say this on video. I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music, but it didn't work out, so I sold my soul to the devil. Nicki Minaj, the famous ratchet in the news here recently. Roman is a crazy boy who lives in me, and he says the things I don't want to say. I ask him to leave, but he can't. He's here for a reason. People conjured him up now. He won't leave. Okay, that's not weird. Beyonce, I have something else that takes over when it's time for me to work and when I'm on stage. This alter ego that I've created. She calls her Sasha Fierce. She's even gone more in depth, saying that she's super shy and doesn't really know how she would ever be able to perform unless Sasha Fierce takes her over and she does things that she would never be able to do otherwise. Britney Spears, I sold my soul to the industry and all I got was this lousy custody agreement. Justin Timberlake, all you people out there, Satan is my master. He has always been. No reason 10 minutes words there. Keisha, it's about me being a cult leader at the end of the world. Okay. Little Richard, I was directed and commanded by another power, the power of darkness that a lot of people don't believe exists, the power of the devil, Satan. Jim Morrison, of course, his dad was over the Gulf of Tonkin, and he's clear it was a CIA operation. I met the spirit of music, an appearance of the devil on a Venice canal, running. I saw Satan moving beside me, a fleshly shadow of my secret mind. Okay. Drake, if you sell your soul to the devil, you get more grain. And of course, if you want to get into real gravy, that's probably the most creepy quote to me out of all these, believe it or not, because, of course, the pagan gods were always over the merchants, which is why Yeshua got so upset when they were selling stuff in the temple. It wasn't just because they weren't doing what they were supposed to. It is a practice that would go on in the pagan temples. They would sell things. That was what they were known for, right? And whenever they say that the land was very fertile, that means wealthy, right? It could grow a lot of things. They sold a lot of things. So this is very creepy if you think about it with the historic context. Of course, the infamous quote from the Beatles, we're more popular than Jesus. I don't know which will go first, rock and roll or Christianity. Jimi Hendrix, through music, you hypnotize people, and when you get them at their weakest point, you can preach into their subconscious what we want to say. I know it's kind of creepy, but got to make the point. Kanye West, I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. At least it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. Then you hear all the psychopaths cheer as if it was a cool thing to say. Waka Flocka, Lord, take my back. The devil entered me. Jay-Z, Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church ends. Of course, He doesn't even hide it. He sells Illuminati shirts. Wears a shirt, "Thou shalt do as thou wilt," which is, of course, Aleister Crowley. Learn to read and write backwards. He's got a song called Lucifer, which is based on the numerology of the song. It adds up to 666, and the next song is Lucifer. Just a coincidence. 50 Cent. I sit and look at life from a different angle. Don't know if I'm God's child or I'm Satan's angel. Okay. Melissa Ford. If your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're going to do a lot of things like sign your name and blow up the contract in a contract with the devil. We just heard her say that. John Bon Jovi. And this is just a limited list. It's almost over, but like think about how many aren't on here. Anyway, when I was just a boy, the devil took my hand, took me from my home, made me a man. John Bon Jovi. Rihanna, it feels like I'm going insane. Yeah, it's a thief in the night to come and grab you. It can creep up inside you and consume you. A disease of the mind. It can control you. Okay. Trust me, we got some gravy coming. Snooki from Jersey Shore. Why not sell my soul and go on Jersey Shore? That's what I did. And you know what? It's been awesome. Chris Brown, nightmares, feeling haunted, thinking, do I really like this star stuff? Because fame ain't freedom, and this diamond chain only mean they hold you hostage. They make the mistake and they start crying out in their music, but it's just art. Tyler, the Creator, sold my soul to the devil for 30% off. Of course, this dude's come out to be a sodomite. Christina Aguilera, the devil's in my soul, and so my heart became a grave. The flame just burns without control. I am the master and the slave. Interesting. How profound of you. Kurt Cobain, a lot of people idolize him, even in the truth community, because he clearly wasn't actually killed by suicide. He was clearly killed, and his wife seems to be guilty of it. You know, that's cool and all, but drink beer, smoke pot, and worship Satan. Kurt Cobain. Fergie, devil comes, and soon my subconscious and conscious might start to brawl as this cunning demon takes me as its voodoo doll. Okay. Marilyn Manson, I'll be remembered as the person who brought an end to Christianity. I don't think people might even remember you at all, bud. Lady Gaga, I had this vision of monsters, blood, devils, demons. I thought about Christ. Okay. So here we go. That's a few of them. Now, we've all seen the all-seeing eye, right? And we've all heard the all-seeing eye, and we've all seen all the celebrities do the one-eyed symbolism, right? I will go ahead. I'll cover this real fast. So basically, just like the guy tells you, he's like, you light the candles, do the incense. They do crazy rituals to come up with different lyrics. A lot of times, of course, they have ghostwriters. They're just an image. That's why, like, if you've heard Kai's song, she's super talented. But, you know, unless you fit a certain image and you're willing to be sexualized, then you're not really going to make it as a female. So a lot of times they write the songs for them. And those people, of course, are doing this. These ritualistic things to get the lyrics, just because, like Jimi Hendrix told you, it's a way to get into your subconscious and plant seeds. And we know that they've manipulated the literal frequencies, the hertz that they play the music at. We know that it can actually change molecular structure. We know that your body is closer to 85 to 90% water, and the literal molecular structure will change with frequency manipulation. The study of cymatics. It also affects the correspondence between light and water. You know, what is light? And so it's very interesting that they are flooding you with this music constantly, and it is, of course, you know, manipulating your subconscious. And where do they get this stuff from? Just like people have come up with inventions on different sides, on different parts of the earth at the same exact time. Just like even Nikola Tesla, as much as I like to bring him up against Globers for a plethora of reasons, says that he used to wake up to these inventions, and he used to receive his ideas and information from the ether. That is, of course, the background medium that is scientifically inevitable. There is no other viable option. Don't care if you're a flat earther and don't want to talk about it or not. That doesn't matter. I'm not capitulating to like dogmatic takes of the earth. That's why I'm a flat earther. But anyway, that's also known as the spiritual realm. And yeah, you can receive things from this, right? And we'll get into a little bit more specifics. But there you go. Basically, these people, and have they all done it? I'm never going to say they haven't all done it, because in my opinion, you can do something as simple as, I'm 16. I heard them say it. I want to be a famous musician at one point. And then you go in your room, close the door, and you make some crazy little pact with Satan, right? And you make this spiritual realm pact, and with your pure intention, with your full intention, and then you uphold it because you start to get physical manifestation of it. So do they actually have to just go to Hollywood, go cut their wrists and sign their name in blood real fast? I would say not necessarily, but you're not just going to pop up on these stages. I can guarantee you that. All right, anyway. So they all have one eye. They always cover one eye. We all know this. Nothing new. If you're even sort of a truther, even the normies know about this. Now, you could say that this is a coincidence, but that would make you a coincidence theorist. I mean, almost every famous artist has at least one album where they're covering their I think we're back. Don't know what that was. Okay, hopefully hopefully everything's good. I don't know what's going on. I have full bars. They probably don't like this stream, let's be real, but we're going to move on. Okay, so they all have one eye covered. The question is why? And a lot of people, they have takes. This is a shout out to the Antichrist or son of perdition or the beast. Based on their interpretation of scripture. Everyone has their opinion on what it is. Okay. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a different take. So if you saw, I have a stream called Windows to the Soul. And I talk about the eyes. And that's why it's so dangerous to take psychedelics, because what happens when you take psychedelics, your pupils get really big. Thus opening up the window to your soul so things could see deeper into it. Let's say entities that aren't necessarily your friends or energies that don't have your best interest. And that's why just running around taking LSD and DMT, pretending you're super woke because you smoke ayahuasca and stuff. I don't condone that. I don't suggest that. I try not to make a habit of judging people. I just would certainly encourage you to heed caution that that's not a good thing. And that's why your pupils get so big. You're much more vulnerable. And you're also chaotic and out of control. So anyway, the eyes are the windows to the soul. So they're always alluding to the eyes, right? So we all know the infamous picture of the Eye of Horus, the Egyptian eye here. And I think most people know what this is about. This is, of course, about your pineal gland, right? As you can see, this is your pineal gland. And that's what this is about. This is about your pineal gland, your third eye. And of course, like when the scriptures talk about the light will no longer shine within them, it says, thine eye, singular. Thine eye, singular. Right? I believe that's in Matthew. So very interesting. And the light will no longer shine within them. And if your light is darkness, how dark is that? Thine eye. Okay. It's basically a spiritual antenna. Now they know this. But what exactly is it that they know about it? Right? That's the real question. This is Billie Eilish. Has a song talking about singing to Lucifer. I believe all good girls go to hell or whatever. She's clearly a psycho. She won I want to say 10 Grammys in one night, something crazy. Very, very famous artist. And they show us this imagery a lot. This blood coming out of the eye. So the question is what is this alluding to? If you watch my Window to the Soul stream was a long time ago. There is this take that there's this thing, this proboscis, and they actually have some little creature that they use, and they let it go in their eye and connect onto their pineal gland. Now, how true is that? I don't know. I just covered it. I told you, look, this dude's saying he's blowing the whistle on this. I don't know anything about it. But that it causes you to bleed once it enters your eye, thus making it a literal gate or window to your soul, your pineal gland, which is your spiritual antenna. And that they know some little cheat code that they can do this. Now, like I said, this is a big boy stream. This is not for the closed-minded, but I don't care. Right? There's a lot going on with this propaganda and this mainstream media that they're pushing to you, and it is no coincidence. So, if you've of course heard of How Dare You Girl Greta, she was recently on a magazine. Here you go. This is what they recently show, and sure enough, they have the picture of it coming out of her eye. Right? Effectively, now this is supposed to be like oil, right? Because the world's ending. Global warming without a globe, and climate change when climate means that the weather changes. But anyway, they had to throw this in there. What does this mean? What does it mean? It's very interesting. If you think it's just a coincidence that it's everywhere, it's not. Right? It means something. And they think they're special because they're in the in crowd, right? So this is my take. You got the famous movie Bird Box, and I talked about this in that stream as well. If you haven't seen Bird Box, people walk around. It was a Netflix special. It was like super famous. They push it just like on Facebook. They can push a topic and everyone argues about that topic that day. They control us through the internet, and everyone was talking about this movie. And in the movie, you got Sandra Bullock with some children at the beginning in a boat. They're blindfolded, and they can't take their blindfolds off, right? Because there's something going on, and whoever sees whatever's going on at that point in the world, they go crazy. Okay, so you see the picture on the left, this guy who he can see whatever it is, and he's able to survive. He can see it. Okay, so I would say spoiler, but who cares? You shouldn't be watching many movies anyway, right? I did watch this movie a while back because a lot of truthers suggest I did, and I did. So anyway, here's my take on it. So the only people in the movie that can see this without going crazy and want to kill themselves are the people that are already insane, are super evil. And whatever it is that they see, it makes them immediately want to die, right? So like someone's driving, she sees it, she just intentionally wrecks. They make her look outside, out the window, opening her eyes, and make her look at it. She goes crazy. Whatever they see, they all go crazy. Now, my take was this is basically showing you what happens whenever you take the mark. Okay, so the difference being, of course, they will long for death at one point, a period, I believe it's like 5 or 6 months. They will long for death and it will flee from them. Okay, but what is it that you see? What does revelation mean? Removal of the veil. What is the veil? It is what keeps you from seeing into the spiritual realm. There's the physical material world. There's, of course, more than just that. You know, there are the unseen existences, a background medium around you. And you can't just see into it. That's why people take these drugs, because that's what they do. They see into it. That's why people do astral projection. They see into the spiritual realm. Well, say the veil gets removed. Okay, so I've already covered this once, and my take is that the Creator has put this veil over you to where you can't see it for your protection, so you don't see into that realm in your physical vessel. It's not supposed to fully diverge, unprotected, unguided, without wisdom and discernment into this realm. There's a lot of stuff going on that you can't comprehend and you're not ready for. The removal of the veil, right, is clearly their goal. And the movie's showing you that the people that have the blindfold on still have the veil that the Creator has in place for them for their protection. And they're going around trying to find whoever has the blindfold on, and they want to take it off. They want them to peer into it. Okay, so that's what it's all about. It's all about seeing into the spiritual realm. And these people are going around trying to find the people that haven't looked into it yet. That's what the whole movie's about, in my opinion. And it seems very obvious. What are you seeing? They're showing you. There's a realm around you. We know about it. We're in the in crowd. We have these little creepy rituals. We think we're all special. We know about it. That's why a bunch of songs are about their dreams, astral projection. They believe they effectively communicate in this astral plane, and they can tap into it different ways. And let's say adrenochrome, maybe, which of course adrenaline makes you slow down, experience things much slower. And so they take that drug for a lot of reasons. And again, consuming blood goes back thousands of years as a form of blasphemy and rebellion to the Creator. But anyway, so that's what I think the movie's about. Okay, and the reason I find it interesting is because we're going to watch this video, and it's what people oftentimes call MK Ultra glitches. And I want you to think about what I'm telling you right now. Okay, these people make a deal to get where they are. They're given a little bit of knowledge, and they now have the veil removed, and they can peek into this realm. Okay, now do they have to physically take something? I wouldn't be surprised, and maybe that's what the pictures of them bleeding from the eyes. There's something that you get to a certain point. Oh, they're sending that little frequency thing. Anyway, you guys, it doesn't matter. They send like this little frequency. I don't know. You sound crazy, Austin. It happens all the time. But okay, so you get to a certain place, and then they can like tap in and show you. So you've made a deal. You're stuck now. You want to start bucking the system a little bit. We're going to remind you who you're playing with. We're going to remind you who you made a deal with. And they exist within the spiritual realm. Okay, and but just say it can get crazy out there. You can see some crazy, crazy stuff. So yeah, MK Ultra is real. CIA declassified documents. We know that. But what exactly is it? What all does it entail? What all can they do? What's the spiritual undertone? What are they showing these people in these moments that people say they're MK Ultra glitches? Now watch at it. Think about Basically, you've given up your natural protection or immunity from looking into this this realm beyond the veil. And if you start to get out of line or they're worried about you, they make you see beyond that veil again because you don't have that protection. And maybe you have some physical intervention, some device or something that you took. There's really no telling. And they can actually remove that veil on a cue to remind you. So we're going to watch the video. Keep that in mind when you watch it. And tell me if it does not look like they all of a sudden see something that's traumatic, just like this movie. Just like this movie. Of course, then the undertone being the plan is to ultimately do this to everyone, where everyone has to see it. Unless you're protected, you have the seal of Yah and you won't see it, which are the people with the blindfolds in the movie. So anyway.
Whilst there are plenty of old MK Ultra videos, there seem to be a lack of new examples. So, from Cardi B's Grammy interview to Adam Gazer's unusual press conference, join us. As mentioned in the previous video, a number of sports stars are said to be under mind control. A further example of this is basketball player Draymond Green. During one 2017 press conference, his face suddenly went blank and remained this way for around 19 seconds.
Ups and downs, a lot of ups and downs this year, but it's been a heck of a ride, to be honest. I really can't complain. Yeah, I was I was a little down when I found out I was injured and I had to surgery again, or with another knee.
What is this man doing, bro? What is
he
doing right now?
Ups and downs this year. But it's been a heck of a ride, to be honest. I really can't complain. Yeah, I was I was a little down when I found out I was injured and I had to surgery again, or with another knee. But at the end of the day, I have amazing teammates. Guys like Draymond, everybody on this team, they come over there, they wrap their hands around.
Okay. Oh no, I'll have to go back to it. The part that I want you to see is, wait, let me come back over here. Is like, look at his facial expression afterwards. A lot of people, look, if you're one of the people that think it's just he just zoned out and that's just normal, this stream isn't for you, man. It's not for you. But anyway, my point is, I want you to pay attention, thinking about what I just told you to all these videos, dude. It's gonna trip you out. It's gonna trip you out. Wait up. And it's like, it's so startling, just like in the movie. If you've seen Bird Box, it's so startling that you're like, whoa. Now I get it. I know the take. My opinion is diet woke take. Diet woke take. That's why it's not taken off YouTube. That's why it's promoted on YouTube. That they're effectively just robots, okay, and then they like flip the switch and turn them off. Okay, now I think it's a mixture of that in a way. What is MK Ultra, bro? What really is it? Okay, because the CIA tracks back to occultic Babylonian practices. That's what the CIA is, right? So if you don't know that, maybe you're not understanding the real purpose of the CIA isn't just to sell drugs. Let me come over here. Okay, so anyway, it's such a shocking thing that they show them. I think they're seeing something, is my point, bro. Okay, just look at it and tell me what you think. I'll stop pausing it so much. I didn't mean to click like that. Play show and window. All right. So just think about as if you're there and then all of a sudden you see something else. They're showing them imagery. They're showing them something. And it's really traumatic. And it's startling. It's wild. It's like makes you literally speechless. Where to such an extent, you don't care about anything else going on around you. Like, you don't even realize that there's the real world around you. All you see is this veil being pulled back and you peeking into it a little bit. And it's to keep you in line, bro. It's to keep you in line. And maybe they show them all kinds of traumatic things when they do that. But, all right, anyway, share.
From
Yeah, I was I was a little down when I found out I was injured and I had to surgery again, or with another knee. But at the end of the day, you know, I have amazing teammates. You know, guys like Draymond, everybody on this team, they come over there, they wrap their hands around.
What's crazy is how he looks after it happens, bro.
But at the end of the day, you know, I have amazing teammates. You know, guys like Draymond, everybody on this team, they come over there, they wrap.
What's he so sad about? What did he just see? I know, I get it. Everyone's acting like I get it. They sent a signal, shut his brain off. I get it. What? He's conscious, bro. What did he just realize that he saw? Look at him. Why is he so sad? I just think it's deeper.
In another press conference, New York Jets coach Adam Gase started to stick his eyes out for no reason.
A lot of candidates. You know, there was a lot of tireless nights. You know, we had a couple late night FaceTime sessions there at the end, which is always fun when you kind of think it might be the call and it's not. I know my family was eager for me to get out of the house for sure.
What is he looking at?
I like to thank my wife Jennifer, my 3 kids. Right here in the middle.
So for Christopher Joe Rivera, Sporting News, what specifically about Adams, you mentioned the roadmap to success, what specifically aligned with what you guys want to do and what you guys envision?
What is he doing?
Rich?
For Adam, Rich Samini, ESPN.
Dude, he sees something, bro.
Bruce.
Adam, Bruce Beck, WNBC TV.
Leading up to that, that's going to be key for us. Kim.
Christopher, hi. Kim Jones, Marathon Network.
And, you know, hopefully we can really be in that upper echelon offenses. At this time,
I'm just saying, I think he sees something, bro. I think they're seeing things.
Aside from sports stars, another group said to be controlled are musicians. During one halftime show, rapper 2 Chainz abruptly froze for around 10 seconds. Similar to other videos, no one initially references this bizarre behavior.
What's he looking at, bro? I don't think they just get shut off. I think they see something so crazy, like they just forget about their body and the real world. Like they're just so, you know, in awe.
In another video, aspiring rapper NBA Youngboy seems to enter a trance whilst performing.
He's so high he froze. This looks like you might be on like Percocet or something, honestly. He just looks high to me. Yeah, dude, I think that they have stuff put in their brain and they're seeing into the spiritual realm, bro. They sold their soul. Like, you remember who you worked for. It's my opinion. It's me doing the stream. If you just think it's just drugs, man, you're not thinking about it deep enough, in my opinion.
On September 22nd, 2006, former astronaut Heidi Marie Stephan Piper was participating at a press conference in Houston, Texas, when she started to speak of a UFO encounter she'd had in space. However, before she could reveal any more details, she froze and fainted.
Probably
because
drugs.
of this,
Probably
some believe she was
just
hypnotized.
drugs. Probably just drugs. She was about to
And
tell
when
us
I
it's
finally
fake.
got to go out the door, that was something different too. And I figured that would never happen without the preparation we had, training the team. And so
Yeah, what'd you see, woman? They don't even play games. They're like, if they think for a second you're about to drop the truth on something, but if you're playing with the spiritual realm, they may know you're about to say something, right? But it sounds like she's like saying we didn't even do what we prepped for. As I went to the door, and like, oh no, you're not talking about how space is fake.
And so I figure I could stand here.
Second time.
Standing enough.
Nah, you're not talking, lady. They put the truth in movies, yo. Watch Bird Box. The eye worm burrowing into the pineal gland. That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, like they have some physical intervention that messes with their pineal gland, and it controls them. If they ever start to step out of line or anything, it's just take it or leave it, man. She was not allowed to talk. I can tell you that much. She was about to say something.
At the recent Grammys, Lady Gaga was interviewed on who she thought was going to win. However, for no reason, she briefly looked confused by her surroundings.
Look, tell me she doesn't see
Seemingly
something.
befuddled
Tell
himself,
me that she does not
the
see
interviewer
something.
took the microphone away from her.
Watch her see something, bro. She does it again. Watch.
Don't forget heatonline.com. Keep it there. Get all the Grammy stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, we're right back.
What is she seeing, bro? She's seeing something. I think the truthers have overlooked it. They think it's just like they're pressing a button. Like, she saw something. She does it again. Watch. What is she following around the room? It darts over here. Boom. Dude.
Meanwhile, at last year's Grammys, singer Cardi B froze in mid-conversation.
I feel a little shaky. I don't know what's wrong with me. No, but it's good. No, it's good. It's
She
good.
just saw it.
It's a question.
They are seeing it, bro. They're seeing into the realm. They're seeing spiritual entities around you that you normally wouldn't see. There you go. So anyway, look, I know it's crazy. I think that truth is sometimes stranger than fiction. They tell you that in order to perform, they get taken over by things. They tell you that in order to write their songs, they do seances, light candles. They tell you they worship Satan. They live for Satan. That it's all about do as thou wilt. We worship Satan. We sign our name in blood. I sold my soul. Bob Dylan tells you, well, they're like, why are you still performing? Well, I made a deal to get where I'm at, and I have to uphold my end of the bargain. He made a deal with who? The chief and commander of this earth. He said, this earth in the world we don't see. They straight up tell you. Then they start crying out in their music. They cry on their music. They tell you that crazy stuff happens in their dream, that they're constantly tormented in their dreams. You know why? Because you closed your eyes, and now the way you're seeing is solely with your pineal gland. You don't even have the physical veil interfering with your pineal gland. Hence the danger of astral projection, where you literally leave your body. Okay, so they cry out in their music. Dude, it's deeper than, see, I don't buy I'm not with the truthers that think if the CIA wants to come get you, they can just sit over there and press a button and take you over. That's not true. They cannot do that to me. They cannot do that to me. You know what I'm saying? We got unmarked 2021 SUVs all beside me the whole time I'm in Washington, D.C., where we're parked. It coming in shifts, 2 people in the front wearing black suits with ties, constantly there going in shifts, all with the same license plates. Sometimes 3 or 4 of them in there. They can't do anything, though. They can't actually do anything. The reason that they can do things to these people, they agreed to it. They have their consent. So, you know, it's like, it's just funny to me that people, the truthers or whatever, they take the easy way out, where it's just like, oh, no, they're just on drugs. Oh, no, they're just, it's just, trigger words, MK Ultra. I've heard all of it, you know what I'm saying? And like, as if we're going to give these guys more credit than they have, where they can just pull out a remote control and sneak up on me right now in this parking lot, press a button, and I get taken over like a robot. They cannot do that. They cannot do that. They need your consent. These people consented. They consented. It's simple. They're seeing things in the spiritual realm. I know people that have seen things completely wide awake and conscious. They've seen demonic entities, and they look like leeches. Like 3 people have told me that. They look like leeches on people. You know what I'm saying? I can't attest to that. It's anecdotal. I get it. But what I'm saying is there's clearly a spiritual realm. I've had an experience when I'm sleeping, sleep paralysis. Something was physically pushing me down and I couldn't breathe. There was physical pressure in the physical world that wasn't physically visible pushing me down, and I could not breathe or move. Or I woke up. I was awake. So there, if you don't even know that there's a spiritual realm and energies in it, you're far from the truth. But there is, and if they can get your intention, because they don't have power over you. You have crazy amount of power. They need your intention. They need you to agree, your compliance, your consent. These people gave their consent, for a few $1,000,000, a Bentley, and a couple of random strippers in a 3-story house. You know what I'm saying? Like, the positive of this, like I said, it's a big boy stream. The positive of this, man, just get right with the Father. You got protection, and honestly, just have good intentions and be pure-hearted, and not just talk about you're a good person. No man is good, but like have good intentions and get right with the Father. Like, just know, you have to know, like, whatever the Creator wants. I know the Creator's real, and whatever the Creator wants, like I can see that He's much more in the know about what is right to do. He'll protect you, man. But like, if you give that up, you start taking all these crazy drugs all the time and astral projecting all the time. You chose to intentionally try to astral project, and you chose to take the DMT. You chose to do these things, so now they have your consent. These people are just the next level. So I just showed you people to straight up out of their own mouth tell you that they work for Satan, whatever. So you guys can take it or leave it. That's the end of the slideshow. But I'm going to show you this too, because now we're going to get into the next little part of their belief system. Okay. So let's read. This song is called Illuminati by Madonna. The lyrics are, it's not Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's not Nicki or Lil Wayne. It's not Oprah and Obama, the Pope or Rihanna, Queen Elizabeth or Kanye. It's not pentagrams or witchcraft. It's not triangles or stacks of cash, black magic or Gaga, Gucci or Prada, riding on the golden calf. The all-seeing eyes watching tonight, that's what it is. Truth and light. The all-seeing eyes watching tonight, nothing to hide, secrets inside. It's like everybody in this party shining like Illuminati. It's the enlightenment that started it all. The founding fathers wrote it down on the wall. And now the media is misleading us all to right and to wrong. It's time to dance and turn this dark into something, so let the fire burn. This music is bumping. We're going to live forever. Love never dies. It starts tonight. Behind the curtain of the New World Order, it's not platinum encrypted corners. It's not ISIS or the Phoenix pyramids of Egypt. Don't make it into something sordid. It's not Steve Jobs or Bill Gates. It's not Google or the United States. It's not Bieber or LeBron, Clinton or Obama, or anyone you love to hate. The all-seeing eyes watch tonight. That's what it is. Truth and light. The all-seeing eyes watching tonight. Secrets inside. And it's like everybody in this party is shining like Illuminati. You know that everything that glitters isn't gold, so let the music take you out of control. It's time to fill it in your body and soul. Come on, let's go. We're going to dance and turn this dark into something. So let the fire burn. The music is bumping. So there you go. Now, I read that because I want to explain exactly how this goes down, right? So what she's saying is, it's like, you crazy conspiracy theorists, it's not about pyramids and triangles and the eye at the top and Bush and Clinton and Obama and all these people you think are Satanists. This is the point, okay? If you get to higher levels of occultic groups, the esoteric belief, which of course you got the exoteric, outside esoteric, the inner knowledge, is that there's the dark path and the light path, and that you have both of these in you. Okay, you must learn to conquer the duality of both so that you can become your supreme enlightened being. So the reason they do a bunch of the dark, morbid stuff that they do is not necessarily that they enjoy it and they're just psychopaths. They do it because you get physical power, and they have these rituals, typically sex magic rituals and stuff like that. SRA, MRA. And they conquer the duality. It's all about duality. Water, fire, dark, light. It's all about duality. Okay, so that's what she's saying to you. She's pointing out the light path. That it's about truth and light, the all-seeing eye. That's what it is. That's what the song's about. And I mean, it couldn't be much more blatant. But so anyway, there you go. The idea is very simple. It's that you yourself are a god. Does it sound like the first deception? Yeah, clearly. Well, it's probably just a coincidence. It will be the final one as well. And the way that you access this is your pineal gland, you know, because the best lies have truth in them. That is your spiritual antenna, and, you know, fine single eye, and the light will no longer shine within you after you receive the mark. But they see it like they're gods. You reach this peak enlightened state by whatever measures that you do them by, and they think they have these little cheat codes. If you're in the in crowd, you get the cheat codes. Then you transcend the physical body, you transcend physical gender, duality of male and female, the duality of dark and light inside of you, and you become enlightened Lucifer, light bearer. And they believe that they are collectively Lucifer in the astral plane, the astral projection realm that they live within, or that they can exist and experience within, and that they are collectively Lucifer. And then, of course, that is intellect, reason, you know, enlightenment. That's why they worship the sun, because they say that that is the perfect symbol of or embodiment of enlightenment. They believe that they are collectively Lucifer, and that the spiritual glue itself would be Luciferianism, and they're collectively in this enlightened state of practically being gods. So they don't think that they're just doing something crazy dark. Like, it's both. It's both. You know, and if you really get into it, right, Hasatan, opposition, you got that, and then Lucifer, those are not the same thing. Right? And it seems like there are multiple Lucifers, scripturally speaking. But either way, it's more complicated than people think. So here's my take on it as a summary, right? Like, I think that most of these people in the music industry and stuff like that, they know a little bit of this here and there. And they would do anything to be famous. A lot of them have been making music for 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 years, wanted to always make music and be famous. And they're just willing, they'll agree to anything. They'll agree to anything to be thrown on a record label, thrown on the radio, and then become famous. And sometimes they even went into their room when they were young, and they heard that you could sell your soul to the devil and get things, and they did it. They made promises. And then stuff, it came across their path, right? They're at a party, someone agrees, let me do this. It gets dark, though. And once it gets really dark, they're too far in. They're not going to give up their mansion and their Bentley. Most of them would never. Certainly not risk dying. So they ignore it. They cry out through their music. If they ever get close where they're about to say something, they've given up their spiritual protection, which they can always get it back, which is the whole trick, right? The whole trick is you sold your soul, you're done forever. That's not true. That's not true. Other than what is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, that's an interesting conversation. But anyway, so they never say anything, right? But they make you sacrifice something. It's like Kanye West, his mom died. Machine Gun Kelly, been making music super long time, like outcast by the industry for the most part. And then all of a sudden this last year, crazy success, album of the year, what? His dad died the same year. DaBaby, DaBaby's a rapper. The very day that his album went #1, his dad died. So you basically have to give your consent to do certain things like this, or allow things like this happen to people around you. And yeah, if that's not selling your soul effectively, then what is it? So anyway, let me get a drink. It's pretty simple what I'm saying. It's deeper than the surface. It's deeper than just a CIA document of them looking at how to send frequencies at your brain. It's probably intertwined. What are frequencies? What are they? What's a sound wave? What is light? It's all versions or more modalities of the background medium. That's what they all are objectively. Doesn't matter what anyone has to say about it. That's just what it is. Light, it's ultimately the illumination of the source of creation itself. So it would tie back to Yah, the Father, the Creator. But scientifically speaking, what is light? It is the background that's already there, illuminated based on the energy within it, right? And creating a certain pattern that becomes within a perceivable version or perceivable spectrum of the vibration, right? You see vibrations, right? So the background medium vibrates, and once it gets within a certain spectrum of that vibration, it illuminates. It becomes perceivable to you, and we perceive it as light. Speed of light, that's dumb. There's no such thing. It's already there. It just has a certain energy input, then a vibrational pattern. It illuminates, and you see it. What is sound? What is sound waves? What are radio waves? A radio wave is light. What's the difference? It is, if they're sending frequencies, they are manipulating through the spiritual realm. That's what that is. And so who's to say that they couldn't affect your ability to perceive beyond the material realm? They, of course, could. And I think that they need you know, you have to have your intention in the wrong place, and you have to give some type of consent. Now, is there something even deeper and darker than this, where they literally see? There's a couple of things for me. It's like they intentionally do these dark things. They let it take them. They let these energies take them over. They want it to take them over because it's going to make them famous and give them everything that they want, make them feel like they're superhumans or whatever. And if your pineal gland kind of gets overloaded from this realm, because your physical body isn't supposed to fully, you know, operate within the spiritual realm completely. Like, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's what you do maybe in your resurrected form. And they want to skip the process and still have the benefits of the resurrected form. And maybe their pineal gland intertwined with their physical body can't fully take it, and it literally causes you to bleed. That is an option. Do they take some type of physical intervention that causes them to bleed? That's also another option. But there's something to the blood, and there are stories going back that basically people will walk around with the blood coming out of their eye as a sign of nobility. Like, you know, people are like, oh wow, he got to such an extent that he bled out of his eye. And that's why they show you this in plain sight over and over and over. So anyway, there's my whole take. It's very simple. I think Bird Box showed us, right, that there's a realm around you. There's a spiritual realm, and that they want everyone to, they want to pull the veil back. What does revelation mean? Removal of the veil. It's been right in front of everyone the whole time. The whole trick is that, okay, it's been right in front of everyone the whole time. Literally, that's the whole trick. It's literally all around you. When you see these people all of a sudden go like, it's because it's not like it wasn't there. They just started seeing what was there. It's always there. That realm's always there, and there's always stuff in that realm. But they can see it. They're doing dark practices where that veil that was put on human or mankind for our protection by the creator, the natural order of things, the logos that is intrinsic in the world, is being removed or tampered with. And they think that makes them special. And you can understand why they think they're special now, because they have access to the spiritual realm on a regular basis. They know a bunch of people that have access to it on a regular basis. And those entities, those energies, that existence in that spiritual realm, they can easily help get you what you want. You want a record deal, you want some success, you want a bunch of people to love you, you want these women, you want these drugs, you want this, you want that, you want gold, you want money, you want watches, whatever you want. The physical realm being manipulated by people's ego and susceptibility, lack of wisdom, that's super easy for the spiritual realm to manipulate. And if you are willing to give up your consent to let them use you as a vessel or a tool to mislead many more people, you know, like millions of people, because people have been told to idolize these figures, if you'll let them use your vessel to mislead millions of people, dude, they'll manipulate the physical realm to give you what you want. But at times, their vessel can't take it. It's too much. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, their vessel can't take it, and it might even cause them to literally bleed. And they start to see things. So it's just what people would call demonic possession. But anyway, there you go. That's what I think is going on. So I don't think that they're consciously super mastermind villains. I think that a lot of these people are actually kind of dumb. But they're not all really dumb. They have to meet like a mandatory minimum, but they can't be too smart. This is my opinion. And they're just like degenerates stumbling around, and they just want their cocaine and their stripper and their money. And it's like, I got in this creepy room, this dude told me to do this, and I'm like, whatever, dude, I get a record deal. I think it's kind of that simple, and it progresses. They start to realize, and then they can't fully comprehend it, and then they try to put it in their music, put it in their movies, try to scream out that way to warn people, but they know that it's like them screaming out and no one can hear them because no one knows what they're really saying, because it's so coded and it seems so detached from just people. Truthers will watch this stream and think I sound crazy. And that's why they think they're so special. They're in this little in crowd where there's nothing crazy about it. It's just objective. This exists. That realm exists objectively. You can see within that realm objectively. There are energies in that realm objectively, right? And there are certain things that you can do to interact with it objectively. But they know the average person doesn't know that. That's what makes them special. They don't fully understand the reality and magnitude of it. And they do. But at times, even they are startled. They're like, whoa, what's going on? They're reminded real quick, look, you know, you made a deal with this, bro. Like, you don't want to step out of line because you've already given up your ability to be protected against this. Truth is, the Father could always protect them. So anyway, there you go. That's my take. I mean, I think that if you watch these little glitches, and there's a lot of them, I saw the chat talking about different ones. There's a lot of different ones. Just think of it from that perspective, and you'll see almost every one of them. It looks like they see something, and then once they snap back to, they look really distraught. And of course, Bird Box, literally, they're pulling up the blinds. As soon as they see it, they go crazy. They want to die. So it's very interesting. So there's my little brief synopsis. The hills have eyes. Why does it say that? What is Hollywood? What does that really mean? Where does that come from? Where does that track back to? All the way back to Greek. Well, Greek tracks back to Egypt. It's the same deities cycled. That's what it is, right? It's the same deity cycle. There is not a difference in the Egyptian deities and the Greek deities. They have different names due to different dialects, and it's all being cycled. And always has had to do with your pineal gland, your eye, and then the entrance into that eye by the other eyes. So what you see is directly connected to what your third eye sees. So that's what I'm saying to you. So that's what the eye of Horus is and everything, and we showed you that literally it is the pineal gland. But is there something else to it? Does it literally result in a physical overload where actually blood comes out of your eyes? You know, and it's like, and then they look at it like they reached a Messiah-like state when they get like that. That's what they would call it. And they're like, you know, they hit a pinnacle where they transcended the physical limitation so much so that literally they bled out of their eyes. So what is this all about? When they're doing this all the time, someone's gonna chop that up probably. It's alluding to the single eye, and they just think they're special, and they think that we're peons and peasants, and we don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? There you go. The hills have eyes, like for real. All right, so that's all I got for you. I'll let you guys know what's going on though with the little update of the tour and everything. So I haven't been doing much, and then I got in a wreck a couple days ago. It's pretty intense, but I'm not tripping about it. It's almost like I was supposed to wreck or something. I know that sounds crazy, but literally things started spilling, and I looked down for like 1 second, and I wrecked. It was really crazy. I looked up. It was pretty intense, but whatever. I messed up my truck, so gonna try to get rid of the truck and see if anyone will buy it in the condition it is in, because I had liability only. So I had liability only. It'll pay for their cars, but obviously not mine. And my truck is just, we'll just see if someone will basically buy it in its condition that it's in, and hopefully they will. And there's that. So I'm having to deal with that and figure that out. And I threw thousands and thousands of my own money into this. So you let the globes out and say, I'm doing all this to grift and scam money, but I put thousands of dollars of my own money to this tour. So it's not the best financial situation. I can't buy a car or anything anywhere close, but it's all good. So anyway, just to say that's kind of what's been going on. I had to deal with that, and trying to figure out how everything's going to go from here. But I'm good. I wasn't hurt or anything, so it's all good. We'll figure it out. I like, it's pretty wild. Like, reset all my possessions. Literally sold my possessions for next to nothing. Practically gave them all away. Gave all the rest of it away that didn't sell for literally like nothing. And gave up my crib after paying for it for months without even being there. So long story short, reset all my possessions, and really all I had was that truck, and that's gone now. So like, it just kind of, I feel like it's just supposed to be or whatever. It's all good. Like literally everything I own was reset. And the one thing that wasn't yet was the truck. 2 days before this, I told Chris, I'm like, dude, I'm just over this truck. I need to find a way to get a new vehicle. Bam, it happened. So it's all good. I'm not tripping. But there's updates. So that's been going on lately. So that's kind of what I've been doing with the last few days. And then Rushmore finally sent me the court date. I'm going to send them affidavit for mail fraud, affidavit of status, affidavit of effect, motion to dismiss. Do the same thing to Yellowstone. And so my court date is the 6th. Well, more so I just got to call and talk to them about my representation or lack thereof for Yellowstone on the 6th. And then on the 10th, have a mandatory federal court date for Rushmore. So dealing with all that, of course. So there's an update on that. And yeah, we're just gonna start the tour back. So once the tour starts, it's gonna be constant content. I want to integrate more shows like this. Ultimately, my plan is to eventually finally settle down, maybe with a place where I can set up a stream room and like do like real gravy streams, and then more edited videos, go out, do interviews, content like that. And we're gonna make a lot more music. So we have a lot of stuff coming. It's been a pretty chaotic last few, I guess, weeks, you could say, but yeah, so we'll be doing activism in California. So if you're close to LA, whether it be north, south, or whatever, hit me up. Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Texas, Oklahoma. Everyone send me emails. I went through a bunch of emails a day. It took me a while. So if you've sent me an email, even if it's been a while, I will find them and respond. I just have tons of them in numerous email boxes. So I'm going to search them all and try to respond to all you guys. Send me an email if you're in the area, and we'll do a bunch of meetups. We'll be in South Carolina for Flattoberfest the 22nd. So it's literally going to be like just under 4 weeks, like just straight across. It's going to be super fast, zigzagging everywhere. So we're going to have to set up dates, be right there. I'm sorry, I can't fluctuate the dates and change them for everybody. It just is what it is. We're going to be where we are, when we are, because we got to get back across. And so it's going to be a lot of content coming, like, hours of activism every day that we can get to the next place. So there's a little update. Should be cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I said, I gave my crib away, and now I don't have a car. So what am I gonna do after Flattoberfest? I don't know. I don't really know. I might we might extend some like the tour a little bit and figure out what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna stay, or whatever. Blah blah. So there's the update on that. And yeah, so I'll just chat with you guys in the chat for a little bit. I haven't really been getting donations, I don't think. Of course, I haven't really been doing much content, so a little dough towards the vehicle. Thank you, Joe. Much love, brother. I hope I didn't miss any. Thank you very much for the super chat, bro. I hope I didn't miss the super chat, man. I'm sorry if I did. But yeah, I haven't been getting many donations because I haven't really been doing any content, so I don't want to. I'll still check, though. I don't want to not thank anybody. My boy Bob hit me again with a generous donation for a fantastic talk tonight. Love you, brother. Thank you, man. Love you too, bro. Bob's obviously a legend. Bob from Glowbusters, and he shot me a little something yesterday too for the Masquerade tour. So thank you, Bob. Much love, bro. Put up a crypto address. All right, I will. Let me see here. It's just all expenses in here from what I know. I am Thigh Messenger. I emailed you, bro. Great work. Thank you for the donation, bro. I think I might have emailed you back, and I need to respond to your thing. I was trying to go through my emails today. I'm gonna wake up early and do it tomorrow. But thank you, brother. These are all just me having to spend money. Angie, thanks for sharing. Love you guys. Thank you very much, Angie, for the generous donation. You are a legend, always helping a brother out. So thank you, Angie. Much love. Love you too, brother. Yeah. Familia. Thanks for being honest and loyal from my boy at Modern Day Debate. Shout out, bro. Thank you, man. Much love. And then let me see. PayPal. Thank you, John, for the donation on PayPal. In a world. John, you donated 8 days ago as well. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I think I already read these off, so there you go. So all right, and you guys heard it. The recap is pretty simple. I mean, I guess I could have run through the whole thing again, but I've done it. Most of it's just the quotes from blatant Satanists, but you guys get it. It's a spiritual thing. There's a spiritual realm, and just be cautious. Apply spiritual discernment and wisdom. There's more going on to what's around you, and there's literally a spiritual realm around you, and you can scientifically prove it. People call it the ether. People call it Hashemayim, unseen existences. You can call it what you want to call it. It's just there objectively. And the people in the know, the powerful occultic people, the powers that shouldn't be, they know it's there. And the way you get your power back is to just be more aware of that. Not fear porn, not fear mongering. They don't have power over you. In fact, I think that this stream is the opposite. I don't think that I'm explaining. I don't think that they can just take you over. You have a electromagnetic aura around you, it protects you. You're very powerful. If you're certainly if you're spiritually pure with intention and you want to live for the Father and you're on your journey towards that, which we're all different locations there. And I just encourage everyone to try to humble themselves, figure it out. I don't know everything, that's for sure. I'm still growing. I just encourage people to do that because I want people to have like the peace I have, where I don't even have a car anymore, and I don't have a house, and I sold all my possessions and had liability only. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm still not gonna freak out. I'm not tripping. I just know the creator's got my back. So, I just want that for you, bro. You know, that's all there is to it. I think I just heard the money sign, the money sound. For love. Thank you, Ryan, for the donation, brother. Much love. It's buffering. Sorry, man. Okay, so there you go. What's your Cash App? Mark of the Beast Tour 2022. Jeez Louise. Thank you. My Cash App's $ WitsitGetsIt. $WitsitGetsIt. As you guys can see, we made a new logo. I have a new little Inner World Productions outro. It's just like 10-second song, but it's pretty cool. You'll see that at the end of the stream after we play the song. I encourage you stick around and see it. It's pretty cool. A little outro thing I did. But anyway, so kind of rebranded. Of course, that is a representation of the sun and the moon over the flat earth. That's what ancient times knew it was. Anybody you save the whole, it's pagan thing, dude. You just don't know. Chill out, man. Everyone needs to chill out. You can never make all the flat earthers happy, man. Like the purple, someone's like, oh, purple's bad. I'm like, dude, can you guys chill? Anyway, just wanted to change it up. I didn't really like mine. I made it real fast, and now it's new. It is what it is. And of course, you guys saw the let's see. Inner World Productions. So there you go. We're working on a bunch of stuff. We're gonna make a bunch of music and edited videos, and I might create another channel with just edited videos. And we're gonna start like weekly show type of thing, different subject shows, like maybe something called like relativity or something to that extent, where people that can't break through to family members, they're gonna get them to come on and talk to me. Like you can tell them, I'll never talk to you about flat earth again if you don't want me to, as long as you go talk to Austin for an hour on Wednesday night when he has the show, and see if I can break through your relatives, right? Because oftentimes I need to hear from someone else. So we might start a little show like that. I think Kai and I might do a show. I'm not sure. But yeah, we're gonna have regularly scheduled segments, at least eventually, maybe after this next month. So there you go. Got a lot of content coming for you guys. And of course, we will be doing activism per usual. And you guys can tell me, even if it's in the comments, do you prefer the 360 camera or the iPhone? I know the iPhone's better quality. 360 dies faster and messes up a lot, but some people prefer the 360. You guys tell me what you think. I'll get my mom's on, Austin. Not sure what that means. Keep crushing. Thank you, man. If you guys have any questions you want me to talk about or anything, let me know. Oh, I have my mom come on and talk to me. Your mom can do it. I don't know how he'll ever wake up, much less come and talk. And I would love that. That would be cool. Maybe if you agree that you won't publicize it, it's him, or he doesn't have to show his face or something. I don't know. Some people need to hear from other people, though. I know that. Whatever's easier for you, iPhone it is. 360 makes me nauseous. Austin, Saturday we're gonna be on Take on the World. I'm not sure what you're saying, brother. Oh, you mean like this Saturday I'm gonna be on it? If it's October 6th, whatever, yeah. I've tried other people too. Sometimes you gotta just accept it, even though it sucks. It's fun to watch people on 360. Yeah, I'm gonna try to integrate 360 just because I freaking paid for it. Austin just joined your Patreon. Hopefully you still get it. Yes, I do. Thank you, man. Much love. I plan on doing like a little thing that shouts all the patrons. Trying to get on Rockfin, that might be a little something. And then I never really wanted to do exclusive content for Patreon, so we'll see. But yeah, I still get the Patreon. And I forgot that there's a messaging portion of it. I always do, but I'll try and catch up on all of them. Wow, very generous super chat. Melissa McCall, thank you very much. That is very generous. Much love. And thank you. Oh, I forgot I can do this. Melissa, thank you very much. It is much appreciated. Only there. Thank you, Joe. 360 is awesome. All right, let me finish Just heard something else. Chris, thank you very much for the donation on Cash App, bro. Much love, brother. It is much appreciated. All right, cool. Yeah, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. And we'll figure it out. It's all good. No worries. If if anyone wants to help, it's much appreciated. And also, don't feel pressured to do it or anything. It'll all be good. And yeah, there you go. There's the update. We're gonna keep the tour coming. I got something at Globebusters. I think I got a thing on Saturday. I think there's people in the Netherlands or Switzerland or something like that. Supposedly a decently big platform. Not really sure. Connected to them via Dave Weiss. They want to interview me tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow morning. So tomorrow, but I'm not sure where it's at or whatever. But I'll start doing that too. Some different interviews. It's just, there's so much stuff to do. It's crazy. Also, going to be awesome to film 360 of the USA countryside. Oops, forgot no vehicle. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Austin, I'm very curious your take on Torah study versus Bible. What video info you have to offer so I can take a gander? Thanks for on your take about Torah study version Bible. Is that what you're saying? I use the scriptures version. We have a few videos on here about the Torah. I do with Jack. You can also watch Kingdom in Context or Westplay's Music's channel with Sean. He has Kingdom Cast, which is good too. So that's a good place if you're asking about the Torah. I think it's a growing process, a learning process. You just have to be humble. No one knows everything. Anyone that starts getting like, I'm much better than you. I know how to do the Torah the best. No, they don't. They're just like Sadducees, but at the same time, you shouldn't act like it's done away. So that's my take on that. It's for us, instructions for us. It never went away. It never will go away until earth and heaven pass away. Well, guess what? They're still here. It's just to help you have a more productive, happy, prosperous life. So there's that. Bitcoin? Are you asking what I think about Bitcoin? There's no reason to necessarily not take advantage of the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind, which is clearly inevitable digitalization. I've talked about that for about a year and a half. Told everyone what to donate in. My entire watch list has gone up probably an average of 700% of each coin I picked. So I think it's not bad to try to be wise and make money off of it, but I wouldn't bet everything on it. You make some profits, take it out, and always turn your money into tangibility. The smartest thing to do with money right now is to turn it into physical tangibility, whether that be land, animals, resources, etc. That's kind of the process now. Like you keep your money in your bank, you're like going to lose money. It's just going to depreciate and decrease in value. It's kind of that time. At least we're in that period right now, right, where the best thing to do with your money is to turn it into tangibility that gives back to the community and creates a perpetual cycle of wealth. And wealth, of course, is something with actual value. But yeah, you can make money on cryptos. So I don't think Bitcoin going anywhere anytime soon. I just know that it isn't ultimately a grab or trick to help usher in a one world currency. So there's that. Andy, thank you very much for the super chat. Much love, much appreciated. Kingdom in Context has a begin here list. That's helpful. There you go. So, all right. I love you guys. Thanks for kicking it. Not going to do too long of a stream, but we'll have them more frequently. Been good. Stay up, brother. Will do. Much love, man. Nice meeting you. Now they're tracking all accounts over $600 a year. You actually don't have to pay your taxes. So not financial advice. You don't have to pay your taxes. I'll start doing streams on that too. And once I figure out all these affidavits of status and facts and I get it all down, I'm going to help people get out of everything. I'll help them out with it because the system can kick rocks. So we don't got time for that nonsense. We don't capitulate to the beast system. That's how I feel. But yeah, cool. Love you guys. Thanks for kicking it. Very simply. Something deeper to the fact that your pineal gland is your spiritual antenna. It taps into the spiritual realm, the ether that some people would call it, Hashemayim, unseen existences, which some people would say that translates to heaven or firmament or Rakia. Whole different conversation. Unseen existences around you. That's the only way that you can have light. It's the only way that you could shoot light through a vacuum chamber. There is something around you. It's very, very important to all observable phenomena that you have. That light is just the excitation or vibrational pattern that becomes perceivable in the background medium that's already there. Watching you jumped out of college, whatever. I graduated top of my class at CTU, Critical Thinking University. You can kick rocks. It is what it is. I'll debate any of them that want to debate about it. Like, let's be real. That's what light is. Do I know everything about light? No. Do I know exactly what it is or exactly how it operates? No. Do I know that it's already present, instantaneous? Yes. Yes, I do. But anyway, my point is that that realm is there. That realm is basically the glue of everything. It's effectively like the pressure around you that keeps everything in place materially. So there you go. And it's all kinds of energies operate within it, and you should just allow the natural veil and protection against that to stay in place. You were created perfectly. You were created in a perfect place within that, and it's for your protection. Stop being too big for your britches, as some people would say down south, and thinking that you can, you know, go take it in your own hands. And that's what these people do that are in the in crowd, and they know it's about Luciferianism and becoming the enlightened state, conquering duality of light and dark and gender and good and evil within oneself so they can become a god. And it's all tied into their pineal gland. Just pump the brakes. Don't be like these psychopaths. That's what they're showing you in plain sight. Some of them are getting taken over. They're incredibly sad, depressed, taking drugs, end up ODing, all kinds of crazy nonsense, committing suicide. You know what I'm saying? There's a much happier, prosperous path for you, and it's actually laid out in the instructions, and the Creator loves you, and He gave you everything that you need. And just make it to the resurrection form. You get all the stuff they're trying to get, but without any of the psychopathic side effects, like, you know, ceasing to exist. And in fact, you have eternal life. So there you go. I love you guys. Thanks for kicking it. Seek and speak truth unequivocally. The weak find contentment in the consensus of ignorance. Who cares what they think? And whenever they revile you for His name's sake, rejoice. They do that to all the prophets before you. I'm going to play the Inner World song, and then I'm going to play the new little outro for Inner World Productions. And I'm going to catch up with you guys later. Maybe do some activism tomorrow or whatever. I might make a video. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe and notification bell. And they may take it off. Just kind of stay up to date with the notification bell, because I'm going to start updating videos or uploading videos about where we're going, the meetups, the cities, and stuff like that. So there you go. Thanks for kicking it, everybody. I will catch up with you later. Peace out. Inner World Productions. You know the Earth's flat? The Earth is flat. The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
Oh yeah.
Waking up the public, time to liberate. Though you're doing great when they start to hate. In a world, yeah.
Stockholm Syndrome got me fighting with the slaves. But how they about to face the truth when they can't show their face? Not a system don't control me, yeah, the beast is getting slayed. Austin got the pout, they look sour, oh behave. But I'm about my father business, witness, he gon' get this praise. I ignore you cause of Torah, only thing that I obey. I ain't with the social distancing, but I'ma need my space. They be boring me with quarantine, so stay up in your place.
The masquerade, waking up the public, time to liberate. Know you're doing